Good morning, YouTube. Good morning, everyone. I hope this video finds you all in good spirits. Hope you had a good weekend. Hope you enjoyed it. This morning, first off, I want to say thank you to everyone who's been positive in their comments and even the negative ones who've inboxed me asking me why I'm speaking out against the organization. Again, that's my prerogative. I feel it's important that I do so because just a year ago, I had no clue as to what was going on in the organization. So to have that, I feel it's a responsibility to speak out. Um, Thank you as well to those who subscribed, those who've inboxed me and told me that they're encouraged by my genuine personality. It's not that everyone that's making videos isn't genuine. I'm assuming they're talking about how goofy I can be, or the fact that when I speak, I'm not as poised as others. That's just me. I've given public talks, and I can change the way that I speak in my personality, and but that's not me. So I prefer the genuine, non-scripted, keep it real, say what's on my mind version of myself. Because if you really think about it, when you have to rehearse over and over again and get up there and deliver messages to congregations, that's how we all got manipulated in the first place. We were manipulated by those who were poised, rehearsed, and scripted. So I have nothing against anybody who does go that route and probably makes them more comfortable. I'm not that comfortable trying to read what I have to say or have an outline. But what I am good at, or so I've been told I'm good at, is something that I've been doing for the last 20 years that I want to share with you. I believe that all humans have charisma. And when I say charisma, I mean a natural born talent or gift that they didn't have to put in work to get good at. Like there's people who's naturally good at swimming. There's people naturally good at cooking. Might not have ever read a cookbook, but you give them the right ingredients, or they'll put together some ingredients, and you'll swear to God that they been practicing that recipe for as long as they've lived. But it's just their natural talent. Two things I'm fond of doing that I slowed up doing as I've gotten older and as I poured in more time and energy into the organization was drawing. I'm an artist. I can draw anything I see. Been that way. I could draw before I could write my name, so go figure. I used to love drawing. I used to love designing. And knowing in the long run that I wouldn't be able to pursue, well, I could, but I wouldn't have been able to pursue it wholeheartedly. I wanted to design. I got into designing clothing, and I liked architecture. But knowing that when I was in high school, that in regards to going to a 4-year college, that was probably something that wouldn't be encouraged. As growing up as a witness, I didn't pursue it to the fullest. So what I did do afterwards is I got into writing. Hated English in high school, but for some reason, I'll tell you what actually happened. I fell in love for the first time and started writing poems, love poems. And it came pretty easy to do so. And then I started writing about pretty much anything you can think of. I would write a poem about it, and got a little following of people who enjoyed me at spoken words, and I liked it. And a lot of people seem to appreciate what I write. So in saying that, that's what I wanted to do this morning. My memory sucks. So I will be reading one of my poems, and it's in regards to the last 12 months of events in regards to leading the organization. Maybe you enjoy it. You know, be honest. If you do, you do. If you don't, you don't. Um, I was thinking after you hear my poem, I know I'm not the only one who writes. In fact, as being a witness, we were encouraged to read a lot, and sometimes that pours out of us in our writing. So, when you comment below this video, if you feel inclined to share one of your poems, I'd appreciate that. I love reading poetry. As big as I am, I might not look like a poet, but I love to read poetry. So this poem doesn't have a title, but see if you like it. If you do, you know, maybe you'll be encouraged to share your gift as well. Let's see. It states, how do you wake up a sleeping giant that didn't know he was fast asleep? How do you awaken him to the fact that wolves were already thriving amongst the sheep? How do you convince others to these facts when you've been labeled by the wolves as an enemy of the state, referring to you as mentally diseased, a pitiful so-called apostate? Do you walk away and bow to depression? Should I step into the arena? Wouldn't that be a loving gesture? Just a year ago, I was lost in the fog like so many others. I loved the congregation genuinely, and I'm no longer seen as a Christian brother. What was my crime? It wasn't murder, idolatry, or lies. It was learning the truth about the truth. Guilty of that charge, I've been penalized. They say they're growing exponentially while consolidating and closing halls every week around the world. Do your homework, mates, and let the truth unfurl. I can now grow facial hair the way the Creator designed me to. No more emasculation of this man, no more middlemen substitutes. Everyone asks me, where will you go? Whatever will you do? How about simply worshiping my Heavenly Father? Isn't that what Jesus admonished us to do? That's a quickie. Most of my poems are actually pretty long, probably double that length. Those who know me on Facebook know that I can get pretty long-winded. Again, thanks for tuning into my channel. Thanks for putting forth the effort to comment. Thanks for subscribing. And if you have some poems that you'd like to share, I would love to hear them. I'm pretty sure not just me, but other witnesses, ex-witnesses, and actually witnesses who are tuning in secretively to these channels and trust and believe they do exist, might be encouraged and might share their pieces. Again, thank you, and look forward to seeing what you have to say. Have a good one.